this isn't something usual for us as a channel, but there was an event last night. It was a TikTok slash YouTuber influencer boxing event. I hope I've said that right. We were saying off camera, neither of us really know what it is. I don't think either of us have really watched a TikTok fight. However, both of us are on social media, as a lot of people are. And I think I was messaging you last night along with the other guys and basically saying, this looks a bit strange to me. It looks a bit concerning. You've got people in the ring who can't fight. Some people who don't look like they're actually really trained for it. People that don't look really like they really put a lot of effort into training at all. And there was a clip, I can't remember the guy's name, ginger kid in his early 20s, how I'm going to describe him, who just felt I felt a bit sorry for him because he was being punched and clearly had no idea what to do. There was another clip of this old man who kept on being punched and then just kept on like sprinting forward. Again, clearly doesn't look like he's been given any sort of guidance. I wanted to speak to you about this because you've boxed as an amateur. You know kind of what to do in the ring, how to handle yourself in the ring. Again, I know you've not watched these fights, but the clips that we've shared and you've seen on social media, just what are your general thoughts on the event and on these guys getting in the ring?
Yeah, I thought that it couldn't get any worse than YouTubers fighting each other. And it didn't, and I'm not. I always try and be very careful because I don't like to. I think some boxers are very quick to be offended by new people trying the sport who haven't put in the hard work that we put in when we were younger, haven't had the hard, horrible path at times that we had. But I think it's really dangerous. Here's an exclusive. I don't know if I've told you this before. I remember my very first fight. I fought. It's crazy saying this. I fought the Scottish champion at my my age and weight category in my very, very first fight, and it just literally embarrassed me. Just jab, stayed away from me. Second round, stepped it up, and I was stopped on my feet, and I was thinking, "Wow, I've got a long, long way to go." And I went back to the gym. I trained harder than I've ever trained before, and this is not a lie. I fought his identical twin brother in my second fight. It was the West champion, and I had a horrible first round. I think the boy thought he was going to come out and stop me, and something clicked in me, and I went on and I won quite convincingly in points. But the point that I'm making is watching these guys, if that's the first time that they've boxed, especially if they are adults, 18 and above. Now, I remember how dangerous that was for me at 13, 14. You're in and you're hitting each other and you don't know how to defend yourself. That's the only way these things are going to stop if somebody gets hurt. I mean, you think about it, Elliot, there's guys who are getting really badly hurt at world title level, fringe world title level. The first thing that all experts are saying, ban boxing. So what can you do? These TikTokers, is that even the term for them? I don't know. That have never done anything in their life and they're in a boxing ring with gloves on, smashing each other. I'll be honest, mate, I think the world's went to pot. I just think it's crazy.
Yeah. And I've got several concerns about this, and I don't want to go on too long speaking about it, but my concern is that we're going to have a situation soon where at one of these events you have someone, fighter A, who has trained hard, has sparred, has had maybe a couple of amateur fights, not to a good level, but has had a couple of fights before, and doesn't know how to punch. And then you've got someone, which the ginger kid last night, who has looked like he doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know what he's doing. And fighter A hurts fighter B quite badly. And then it just makes everyone look shit because it's supposedly amateur boxing and there's a big audience there. And someone actually does get hurt. That's what a lot of people were saying last night. Soon enough, someone's going to get hurt at one of these events, because boxing, it's not table tennis. If you're not good at table tennis, you're not going to get hurt if you come up against someone that's good at it. In boxing, you can do, and I don't know. I'm not sure we'd see this in MMA, would we? I'm not sure we would do.
No, MMA. It pains me to say because I'm not an MMA fan at all. But the money, the discipline in MMA, these big fights, all the guys seem to fight each other because the money's right, not out of control. MMA, it's even down at, like you say, the beginners levels. these things don't tend to be advertised all over YouTube or TikTok and things, because I suppose elbows and things, they're really dangerous things to get hit with. But I'll be honest, I don't want to sound like an old man, Elliot, but the sooner it stops, the better. If you want to box, do it the correct route. Go to an amateur boxing club, learn your trade. If you're good enough, you'll make it.
Yeah.
If something else comes up in your life and you don't make it, that's fine. Keep it in your heart, be proud you done it, move on.
Yeah. The final thing I'm going to say is that the likes of Jake Paul, Logan Paul, KSI, I think there is a difference here, because I feel like those guys actually do a training camp, actually commit themselves. They turn up in shape. Technically, I'm not saying they're very good, but I feel like they at least know, they know what a jab is. They know kind of, I feel like they can do the basics, whereas I feel like these guys can't. And I just feel that's the difference. That's the difference here. And the
thing is as well, touch a point on those guys. I think the Jake Paul not have a couple of amateur fights as well. I'm sure I've read this.
I think he had a couple of amateur fights and then turned pro, yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to get a bit of hate for this, and it doesn't really bother me. It's never bothered me, but I actually think Jake Paul's all right. I think he's talented enough to do something. World title? Absolutely not. But let's see if he was over in Britain and, I don't know, maybe he fought for like an English title or something like that. Don't see why he couldn't win it. I think he's okay. If you watch him training and things, he's got a bit of talent there. Even that's how bad this is, Elliot, because even guys like Jake Paul, down to this TikTok level, there's levels in that.
Absolutely. Jake Paul would have hurt someone one of the guys who was fighting last night, and that's 100% the truth. I don't think some of these guys last night wouldn't have gone past a minute with Jake Paul. That's my honest opinion. All right, cool. I feel like we've spent a fair amount of time talking about TikTok boxing, but we'll move on.